Hey everyone, something. So apparently did uh, I did my video and through Streamlabs, and apparently the some reason it doesn't work. The recording doesn't work. The video's choppy, but like last time, but it was a little bit worse. And I did an episode of like 48 minutes, and I didn't actually basically the audio thing doesn't work, and I tried to raise the volume for the editing software, and that nothing worked. So basically, the 48-minute video I did was lost. So I have to redo this. So I'm not a um, I'll do the best to to redo this thing. So basically, before I started in the original video, I said that I had a little announcement where I'm going to, after this episode, I will do Shazam, and then I'll take a little bit of a break. Nothing too long the last time, but just a little bit of break to just have other videos I worked on, and all things like that. So yeah, just want to let us know that what's going on. So just follow me on Twitter, and you see when I'll come back on. So don't worry, it won't be too long. I'm not exactly sure what month I'll be back, but no more like later than maybe July or August. Maybe I don't know. I'll see. So basically, what I did in the original episode was I spoke about the characters in order. So I'm just gonna give like a bit rundown on how I feel about each character. Like, so I really love how I had like notes, so I went in deep detail, but I feel like I did do a little bit better in this way. This one with the details, and so for Batman, I feel like it was a lot of things that he's done with the team, the way he communicates with the team, the fact that he wants Alfred to really, he speaks to Alfred about the fact that he knows what he's doing and that he has a lot of faith in him, and that's something I really enjoyed. Bruce do is that he actually has a lot of things within and him that makes him who he really is, and I really love how confident he really is, the fact that he wants to bring Superman back to life and all these things to save the world and all this stuff. So I really actually find also fascinating that he spoke about Lois Lane, not Lois, I mean he spoke to Diana about Lois. The fact that the Lois is the key thing, he doesn't go too deep detail about that, even though I wish he did more of. But overall, I feel like the fact that they brought that up is actually really interesting. The fact that, especially what you see in the end of the film, is really interesting, and I would actually like that the fact that Sabot helped him bring the ship back to life, so like power up the flying ship, so he did take down the tower thing, the force field thing. So there's a lot of fun stuff. That's what actually really cool they did. I really love see Diana Prince's film in this part of the film. She really fought Steppenwolf really well and really hard. She really showed us her worth and her skill, and she's a really skilled fighter. I just really love this film so much, and also love the conversation she has with the interaction she has with Alfred in this film. I just find it fascinating. The Barry Allen, I really feel that he's actually done a lot in this part of the film. We see him, we see his knowledge really come into play here. He really uses his speed really well. I love how he reverses time twice in this film. I love the fact that when he did so, we saw the photo of Clark's dad, the photo that went down. I feel like there's a good visual of his reputation on that when you reverse time, not just the mother box. So I also love the fact that he also um, he just really knows what he's doing. I really love how he actually heals fast, and the fact that he he doesn't heal too fast, but he still runs, and that's something that I really love. And something that a lot of people have noticed is the way he actually runs, and I didn't really notice at first, but then after I noticed it a second time, I understood what they meant. So nothing too crazy. I feel like they tried to make him look the way he runs. The fact that he's his type of running is different than the CW's Flash, and also that this Flash, I don't know how long he's been using his speed, but not um sort of, I don't know how long he's been using his speed, but not um I don't think it's used with. I'm sure, I don't know. Basically, since Batman v Superman, that's when we first saw him use his speed. So it took be a while since he has been using his speed. So who knows how long? The fact that his speed is a little bit different than CW was on. W is actually good. The fact that this one is a little bit weirder. Like it's good. It's a good weird. I feel like I love the way he runs, and he actually had the the part where um it was too late in the end of the film. The way he was it was like visually stunning the way he was running to save the team, and when he grabbed a cyborg and really transform. It we see one possess one character's abilities to another. We see very dense cyborgs abilities within the superpower. I really love that. So, I really love how Aquaman in this film he decides to help out, and fed it. We obviously know that after this film it's technically Iron Man. Oh gosh, no. After this is Aquaman. Is that he also wants to he becomes King of Atlantis. In this film he wants to he helps out because it shows that he really does care about what happens in the surface as well. The thing the line clean up the surface, it makes a lot of sense that overall it's like it can't go both. It can't go one way. He needs to help save the surface also as well. In order to save Atlantis, he needs to save the surface. Hopefully that makes sense there. But yeah, I love the conversation he had with Diana. They basically come from the same place, Earth, and that's what happened the first time. They thought that people on Earth fought Dark Side. They fought him and they won, and I feel like that's because the Atlanteans and the Amazons really connected well back then. So even though they not really communicate really well, I feel like that's something that they need. I feel like that's something amazing that we see is that Aquaman and Wonder Woman, they come from the same place in a way. But yeah, I really love how they brought him back here, and we see him. He's the type of person who he was really against putting Superman back to life. So the fact that we were shown how bad things could get with um, the Motherbots killing Silas, which is Cyborg's dad, it shows that he really cares about. He does care about Cyborg and the rest of the team and all these things. So I really liked how they approach Aquaman in this film. We see for Cyborg, I feel like we have he had the bots. He buried the bots that to bring Superman back to life, and then he brought back from the ground. So I don't know why they did that. I feel like to me I feel like he did that because I feel like he was never touched. He didn't want to touch the bots ever again because he didn't feel like he was doing anything. He felt like that he felt like he was trying to avoid all these things that he's been going through altogether until the parademons took his dad away. So the fact that they did that, he wanted to pre-push the rest of the Justice League team, and they really spoke about how to save Superman, and the fact that we see that all the stuff that he cannot do, that I feel like that's something that Cyborg is really no voice understanding. He wants to understand what he wants to do now, and he's taking lessons from Diana. Basically, he was learning how to use his gifts, and that's something that I really love that he's doing. He brought Batman's flying ship back to life, and that's something really cool that he did. So in this film, I really love Superman in this film. I love that he um, remembers Lois really well, and the fact that they're basically married now. So that they're married because he sees the ring on Lois's finger. So, and the fact that the team brought him back to life, it shows that he's really needed, and they really want him back, saving the world from like Steppenwolf and Darkseid. So they really brought him back because I feel like they really want to see, they wanted to know the impossible to be done, and it would. So I really love that they did that. I did love the part where he was like, well, the butterfly approached him. That was really a nice touch. I really love that. Did that. I love that he sees Martha, so he sees Mama dance. So that was really nice. Did that. I just love that was a nice scene. I really love when he goes back into to his ship, and he sees, we see all the suits, and every time when I saw the blue suit, I'm like, get away from that, get away from that, go to the black suit, and he does, and he has the black suit, and that's amazing. I feel like he has the black suit because I feel like since that they're technically in the team is at an emergency basically, so I feel like that's the black suit to make him charge faster. So I don't know why he never wore that ever, but wore it before. But overall, we finally got him in a black suit, so that's something I was really excited for. I love Han. I love that he pushed Alfred, and then I love that when Steppenwolf was trying to attack Cyborg, he says he wasn't impressed. That was awesome. I love that. The the way Steppenwolf went down, the teamwork with Ultraman, Diana, and Superman, like, and then the that was amazing, amazing. I love the portal scene. I thought, I was like, I felt somebody was across the portal. Like I thought Darkseid was gonna walk out. I was like, oh man, that's insane. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this film. I really loved this, how they really approached this film. It's interesting how we see Martian, when we see Martian Manhunter. He's disguised as Martha, and I feel like, in a way, I feel like he wanted to help Lois out. He wanted her to come back to the living. The world does need Lois Lane because she is really intelligent, a really amazing character. And I don't think I ever have any problem with that character. I feel like Lois Lane really does a lot good for the story, and really works really well for Superman and Clark. When in the end of the film, when we see Martian Manhunter, approached the he approached Bruce, and he was talking about, I'm gonna start joining you guys now. I feel like the reason why he didn't this time, I feel like he was still unsure of how people would treat aliens and such as Superman. But the fact that he's seen that a lot of people really mourn Superman and love Superman and want and need him, the fact that he's, I feel like Martian Manhunter understands that he is needed, that he's also needed in the team. So hopefully we'll see him join the team as well next time. Anyway, Jim Jordan was in this film. I really enjoyed his him, even though he wasn't there for that long. I loved that he was helping out where the location of the Motorbot synchronizing would be. So yeah, I loved it. He's communicates with Batman. Something interesting is how did Martian Manhunter know about Marvel's life, and how what Marvel's going through and all these things with her and Lewis, and also that Lewis has come back to living, and that's really interesting to think about. The part in the end of the film where we see the nightmare ultimate universe or whatever. I'm not taught the nightmare from Ruth that we see that Lewis all burnt. That's insane. That's really scary. I hopefully one of brothers makes a Justice League 2 and 3 with that directing. I really want to see that because I feel like there's a lot of good storytelling in here in this film that actually can be done. I really like Alfred in this film. I love the way he communicated with Bruce. He wanted to make sure he was doing the right thing, and the part where we talked about the red cave and the ball charging. That made sense. I really love how they pushed that. I really did like um, Silas, which is Cyborg's father. He actually was trying to be a good father for a veteran. I also wants to. He really it's really intentional the fact that he's been in Star Lab for a really long time. And he's also been studying the motorbots as well. He's understanding of what he wants for veteran, all these things. I really love the part where we hear the other part of the tape, so that's a really great push the way they did that. I really liked, I actually really liked Steppenwolf in this film, the way he's designed and the fact that he really fights really well, and especially with Diana after, I feel like they, the way, and also it was really enjoyable how he got killed off. I also am excited for. I thought I actually really liked um, Darkseid's appearance. The way he looks is very cool too, and the way he entered the film really was really menacing and in a good way. I feel like the fact that he's really looking for anti-life and all these things, and that he's trying to find a future with his is that himself, and there's a lot of things that I find interesting about Darkseid. I don't remember when I first heard of Darkseid. To be honest, I feel like maybe the cartoons and because I heard about Apocalypse and something around of that. I don't really read the actual comics, but from DC, but the cartoons I heard of from I definitely heard of Darkseid from the cartoons. I feel like the character development's really worked well in this film. I really love how they actually weren't afraid to take any risk, and the it really worked really well. And just love how it all came together, that exploring the characters really well. I really enjoyed this film really well because I feel like it was a lot of this that did really well here. On that side of the guys, let me know what you guys think about the film in the comments below because I feel like a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on this film, so I feel like it's really be nice to hear what you guys think about the film because I feel like we didn't really talk about the film in the comment section. Because I feel like this film, a lot of people waiting for this film to come out for so long. I feel like I just love how it all came together. And so I feel like I would like to know what you guys think about the film. So guys, the film also has an epilogue that will tie in as conclusion. So we know that the timeline, how after this film, Ultraman sees his dad. That's Ultraman, the Ultraman film. So yeah, we see that Ryan Choi, he's also in charge of Star Labs, and he has Superman's ship, right? No, if Superman wants that ship back, but who knows? Bruce and Alfred talked about the hall, they drove outside of the building, and they talked about a round table, that Justice League round table. I actually love that we see that Barry has a job in criminal justice. Just I see that he's moving on from trying to seize that so much so in jail. So that's nice. We see that Bruce saves Martha's house. He saved Martha then, but he saved her from being homeless, and so I really love that he bought the bank. So yeah, that's funny. And we see we also see that Bruce congratulates Clark on the the their marriage, his marriage with Lois. So that's a really nice touch. So early in the film, Diana put that arrow inside that door, the open door, and which led her to find information about Darkseid, and she ended up with the arrow. So I think it's a visual repetition of maybe the fact that she may be interested in going back to Themyscira for, and if she does, who knows how long it will be. So overall, I tend to see Wonder Woman 3. I just really love this film. Really made me love Diana so much more. Oh my gosh, it's really amazing how they really showed they went really in depth with her. I'm much more of a fan of her than I was now. This film did for me. It's gonna be interesting seeing how, technically speaking, after Batman v Superman, Clark is dead, but now he's alive. So who knows how that's gonna be in Metropolis. Lex Luthor tells Deathstroke Batman's secret identity and all these things, and then we cut into that nightmare where we see Cyborg, Flash, Mirror talk about how Superman's out of control, that Luthor is dead, and the fact that Mirror is there because Darkseid killed after, and after was also the Kingdom of Atlantis. So who knows what's gonna happen there. The stuff with Batman and Joker was interesting. I find it interesting that Harley Quinn is dead. And oh my gosh, that's just interesting. And I heard that Ben Affleck and Jared Leto, they weren't together in that scene. They had filmed it separately, so that's interesting. I like how they did it. It turned out pretty well. Anyways, I just really love how they approach each other. Those two, Batman and Joker, and the fact that Joker knows Bruce's identity. So that's something. Overall, this makes me want to wish that they could be just the Toon Free. So hopefully there will be, hopefully not. What are things here? Yeah, I love that they tease. This is in a way I feel like this film teased Darkseid, so maybe tribute, probably big villain later on in the future. But who knows? I really love the black suit. Superman's awesome. This film beat 4 hours. It was okay. I feel like, but the second parts 4 to the ending, it went by really quick, and overall I feel like I will definitely be watching this film over again sometimes, and I feel like it. The future of the DCU is really well. I really feel like this film is definitely made for the fans, particularly for the fans who really ask for this, bet for this. I feel like even though there are people who will find any way to nitpick it because maybe they're not a fan of the director, or they're not a fan of the way the DCEU has been going through the direction they have. I feel like they just want to make noise. People just want to make noise. But overall, the DC fans, the hardcore fans, they got what they wanted, and we want more. Yeah, I feel like it really worked really well. Hopefully, maybe it won't be 4 hours next time. But yeah, final thoughts is that I feel like this film is really enjoyable. I just really love how this film turned out. It's definitely a film I would go back to and enjoy. I really love it's understanding these characters even more now. Yeah, sorry about the fact that the original video didn't really turn out the way planned. I had to re-record this because I didn't know stream through. I didn't gonna record through Streamlabs OBS for a while until I really figured that thing out. So anyway, this video is technically over. The original one was at 48 minutes, but yeah, I basically said the same things, so that's weird. Oh well, I did this for listening, and you just listen to me on the Anchor and on. Feel free to subscribe if you want to. But tell me what I said about the film. Let me know what I saw excited for in the future for the DCU, and I'll see you guys next week with Shazam. Alright, thank you for watching.